In this video about the importance of risk level in ETHOS, I will talk about impacts and ramifications of the risk level selection, how to differentiate risk level and review level, and common scenarios of risk and review level selections in an initial submission and in modifications. Risk level is important because risk level is a key criteria for human subjects research. The risk level designation determines the level of oversight to a project, and ETHOS custom searches and reports show the risk level of submissions. Assigning the correct risk and review level is critical. This information is used for when or if continuing review can occur. And risk level affects what is reviewed by an individual or a panel. Risk level affects reporting to and auditing of the IRB by agencies or accrediting bodies and ultimately could result in a finding. There are some key differences between risk level and review level. Risk level indicates the probability and magnitude of harm or discomfort in the proposed research. Unless there are substantive changes to the study, it remains the same through the life of the study, and risk level applies to the study as a whole. Review level, on the other hand, indicates the type of IRB review that occurs for initial studies, modifications, and continuing reviews, is assessed for every submission, and may change based on the type of submission received. When a new study comes in through the review process, one of the decisions that is made about the study is the risk level. In this study, the analyst has selected a risk level of no greater than minimal risk and review level of expedited. The analyst is also documented in question number 6 which expedited category is met. If you are unsure of the full list of expedited categories, it's available in Worksheet 313. We're also asking to determine if continuing review is required. Regulatory changes in 2019 eliminated continuing review for most studies reviewed via expedited review. For more information, see the Criteria for Approval Worksheet number 314. There are two paths you could take for a modification. First, let's look at a modification for a study determined to be not greater than minimal risk. The correct information should usually default into the Submit Designated Review activity, but due to a system bug, there may be cases where it doesn't. An important quality assurance check is ensuring the selections make sense based on your understanding of the study. The HRPP is aware that IRB analysts may have changed the risk level selection inadvertently, so doing a quick QA check will help ensure we are able to catch errors and correct our records. If we look back at the initial submission, you can see that the risk level is also not greater than minimal risk. Here's a follow-on submission for a study determined to be greater than minimal risk. The submission types that have been the source of most inaccurate changes have been changes to greater than minimal risk studies changed by expedited review. Minor modifications to greater than minimal risk studies can be reviewed via expedited review. Carefully evaluate the selections you make when this scenario occurs. Here's an example of a minor modification. There are no proposed changes other than updating the research study posting. This change doesn't change the risk level of the study, doesn't change much about the participant's experience, but it's an important change to be made. Because this is minor and administrative, it doesn't need to be reviewed by the committee. Let's take a look at the selections we would make to document this review. The response to number 3 refers to the study as a whole. It does not change the risk level of the study. It will remain greater than minimal risk. Review level of the submission is expedited review. It is eligible for expedited review because it is a minor modification, which is a category selection. In summary, the IRB analyst should maintain the original risk level designation if the risk level for a study is not changed. However, the risk level should be updated if the study has gone through committee review and it is changed to a different risk level. Before finalizing review of a modification or continuing review, perform a high-level quality check of the study details, including the risk level assigned to the study. If you think that a study is not reflecting the correct risk level, discuss it with your manager. The manager will work with you to fix the risk level within the review activity for the existing submission under review.